What's good, y'all? Welcome to Mirror Check Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ishmael, man, and this is going to be a great episode. We got a great topic. Um, we was actually sitting in on another podcast, and they was actually talking about this too. But we want to share this with our fans and see their opinions. So y'all, before y'all do anything, can y'all just go to our website, www.checkyourmirror.com, and go ahead and subscribe to our website. Also, while you're there, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's a one-stop shop for everything now. But before we get into this episode, I do want to introduce my co-host, my brother. What's up, Willie, man?
What's happening, my boy? How you feeling, my guy?
I'm sick. But I'm still blessed by the best. I'm sick, bro. Like, seriously. I'm sick.
You getting through it, though.
Yeah,
you getting through it, bro.
First time leaving the house in over a week and something. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you getting me at the house. So I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We talked about it earlier, man. It's before we get into the topic.
Yeah.
We gotta understand that there's different levels, man, when it comes to having fun.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it in the car. A lot of people like to party, like to go to clubs and all that, which that's something I used to do. That was past life. But now I'm learning there's different areas of different ways of having fun. So the fact that we were able to go to the Galleria and sightsee and just chill and see people having a good time. And then leaving there and going to this spot. You just put me on Sidecar, which is lit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Sidecar is lit, man. I recommend you guys go there, man. It's a dope spot.
Yeah.
You got the chill side when you first walk in, where you can chill, eat, whatever. Then you go a couple steps in, man. You got everybody having fun. You got the basketball. You got the what that thing called?
I guess it's Bochi.
Bochi, hacky sack.
You got all that, bro. You got a big old bar in the middle of it. You got the big teeth. Man, I sound like Barry White, bro. Sound like my nose stuffy, and it's not. But yeah, I'm sick as a dog, but I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, you getting through it, man.
Yeah.
You getting through it, but yeah, like I was saying, man, it's just different ways of having fun and enjoying each other, each other's presence, man. They ain't always got to spend a whole lot of money. You ain't always got to party. You ain't always got to get wasted. You ain't always got to go to clubs and strip clubs. There's different ways, man. So God gives us resources and spaces for a reason, man.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah, had a good time, man.
Yeah. Man, I kind of wish I would have said, let's talk about the compatibility thing, but now we're going to say that.
Yeah, we're going to, we'll say that.
Let's say that. But for today, man, we going to talk about which is more valuable, time or money. Which is more valuable, time or money?
Ooh.
So before we get into this, like I said, we want y'all to comment below, shoot us a DM with your answer and why, if you like to, and if you want us to share it, we can share it on our stories and everything like that. But you can shoot it to Mirror Check Podcast on Instagram. If you want to, you can tweet it to us, Mirror Check _ TikTok, same thing, Mirror Check _. Or, like I said, you can just comment on our YouTube channel. You can just search for Mirror Check Podcast on YouTube. Dang, my voice is starting to get screechy. But so man, what do you think is what's more valuable to you? Not what's more important. What's important and valuable can be two different things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What do you think is more valuable, time or money?
Oh, for me, hands down, man. I think what's most valuable to me is time. The reason why I say that is because you can always make another dollar. You can always make money.
That is
but at
true.
the end of the day, when it comes to time, I believe that's one of our most greatest assets because we got a lot of people that waste our time or don't cherish our time or don't cherish it the way it needs to be cherished or different stuff like that. And so for me, once time is wasted, you can't get that back. You wasted 10 minutes or an hour or 2 hours or whatever doing something that wasn't productive, that wasn't helping you level up, that wasn't helping you progress and whatever you're supposed to be doing or whatever. You can't get that back. You can always make more money. You lose money. You can always make more money. You working a job or you building a business. Of course, business has its up and down. You can always make another dollar. But I believe for me, time is the greatest asset, man. And so that's what gives us the ability to make the decisions we have or the money that we need to make or the relationships or whatever the case may be. So for me overall, time is the greatest asset for me, because I know personally I wasted a lot of time doing stuff that wasn't productive, or doing stuff that wasn't healthy for me mentally, emotionally, spiritually. People I wasn't connected to that wasted my time, or just overall. So for me, bro, I believe time is my greatest asset, because you can't get that back, man. You can't rewind time. So yeah, that's my spin on that. What you looking like?
Man, so I agree with you. I think time is more valuable. I'm gonna pull this from Rick Ross. Rick Ross said, "You can waste my money because I can always make that back, but don't waste my time.
Yeah, don't waste my time.
Don't waste my time, because my time, I can't get that back." So I agree 100% with you, man. It's just, like you said, I wasted my own time.
Yeah.
I wasted my time going back, checking on old friendships, going back, checking on old relationships that was ended. I wasted my time, just backtracking on a lot of different things. And, it's crazy when you allow somebody to waste your time, but I think it's worse when you waste your own time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I agree.
Like, that's why you always see me, if you see me, like, if somebody calls something, hey, what you up to? Dude, I'm finding something to do to educate myself, or always try to advance in somehow, some way. I'm studying for like different certifications. I'm trying to learn something different that, just off the wall stuff. This is always going to make me progress.
True.
I hate idle time. They say the idle time is the devil's playground.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
So I'm like, because I ain't gonna lie, like when I'm at home and I'm not doing nothing, I'm just sitting there in the bed or sitting in the chair or whatever, my mind just go all over. Like, that's why I tell you, bro, I gotta leave the house.
Mind racing.
Right, I gotta leave the house. So I would literally go in my car and go. I have no destination in mind. I would literally go around 820 in a loop just to get away from the house. That's a whole 45-minute thing, and just come back to the house, and I feel refreshed. And it's like, okay, I'm not worried about what I was worried about. I just need to get out the house, bro. To me, that's just wasting time. That could be time I can be spending with God. That could be time I could be educating myself on something. That could be time where I can talk to my mother. It can be time I can talk to my grandparents, my sisters, my brothers. All that stuff. It could be time I can be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I just don't even want to talk to nobody, bro.
True.
And when I don't want to talk to nobody, that's when I, typically have those, different thoughts and everything. So I just leave the house, just drive around. And that's why you be seeing me on Instagram. I be singing like a mud on my stories. Like I was just doing right now. I was just singing, boy. I was just like, that gives me joy. I know I sound bad. But hey, you can't steal my joy. Yeah. What gives me joy, you ain't gonna steal it.
Exactly.
So shoot, hey.
So why do you think people value money more than time?
So I think it depends on how old you are. Like, because if you're, say for instance, you're 25 or younger, all you care about is money, 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 because depending on where you came from in your household, your parents are always working, so you didn't have time to really, you had a relationship with them, but as you got older, you always saw them at work.
True.
And then so you typically get home before they get home. Like you get out of school 3:30, whatever, and they come home 5 or something. And they say, hey, you better get this stuff out the freezer when I come home or whatever. And you don't do it, oh man, World War II.
It's over.
But World War III. Yeah, so, but I think it just depends on your age. Like, people say you got to have money in order to have time, which don't really make sense. Like, time to me, the definition of time that we're using is time like for life. Like, you have a start and you have an end. That middle in between, that dash, that's your time.
That's your time.
Like, you gotta know how you spending it, where you spending it, and who you spending it with.
Fact.
So, am I spending it with somebody that's gonna help me get to where I need to go, or am I spending it with somebody who's wasting it? So you gotta think about that. But I like I said, I think it's more so age, and they don't understand the like. You gotta have time in order to make money. You got to. And it was like, and I'm like, hey, my time costs money. So you're not gonna waste my time and expect, it's gonna be free.
Yeah.
Nah.
yeah.
Shoot, if you can't pay me $150, $200 just for 30 minutes, man. Now you going on somewhere, bro.
Yeah, it's funny you said I heard
bro, excuse me.
That's funny. I heard Eric Thomas say that. Yeah,
real talk.
Motivational speaker say that.
Real talk, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm not for to pull up to nowhere. People be always telling me, "Hey, bro, I know you good and investing and all this other stuff. Can you help me out with this?" So what? I mean, yeah, I help you, but are you willing to pay this?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, when you making the money, are you willing to give me a percentage of it too?
Yeah.
I'm not for to just spend my time and you making money just off of my advice or how to where to put your money at. No, it's gonna take it. I'm giving you my time, therefore you need to give me money for it.
Yeah.
Because I can be doing something else, making money with my time.
With my
you know
time.
what I'm saying? Ain't nothing illegal though. But
yeah.
I can be doing something with my time to make me some money.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, nah, don't do that. But why do you think that, man? Why do you think the younger people value money more than time? Ooh, can I wait?
Oh no, go ahead. Why you got it?
It's because I think another reason is because I forgot it that quick, but let me run there. Okay. I think it's because what they see. Like all the rappers, TV, everything, everybody talk about get money. So they
You got it.
Excuse me.
You got it.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm sick, but they have so much influence. Like these rappers, celebrities in general, all they talk about is money. They don't never talk about time.
Yeah.
The importance of their time. They always talk about, hey man, go sell this brick, man. You get how much this brick costs. You can get this amount of money. You flip that. And you're gonna, double it. Nah, man. All they do is talk about getting money. So that's why, depending on what the child or, people, like I say, 25 or younger listening to, it has a big influence on their lives.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I know, because when I was young, I used to be the same way. And I used to listen to trap music. Well, I'm like, man, I need to go give me this. I need to go give me that. I need to go do this. Yeah. Oh, man, they talk about sip and serve. I need to go try that. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a lot of influence on my life.
Facts.
But as I got older, that's crazy. It's kind of like a Bible scripture. I put those childish things.
Put those childish things away.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So it's your mindset. So when you get old enough, everything in your mindset that you thought was more valuable as a kid, you put those to the side, and you really truly evaluate what's more important to me.
Facts.
Your family, your wife, whatever, And then, like you said, when I was younger, it was money, getting women, trying all the drugs I could.
Yeah.
Sipping drink, you know what I'm saying? All these different things.
Yeah.
But all it did was just cause me more pain, more depression, more stress.
Facts. I agree. I think another way too, our time can be stolen from us, and the reason why I say it is because
what Lil Wayne do? Ooh. When Chad Johnson did that bars. That's a fact though. Real talk.
Yeah, I think our time can be stolen. The reason why I say that is because the situations that I was in, growing up and being around the wrong people. Like I talked about in the call on our way here. Good kid, but wrong environment. Good kid, wrong group of people. What that did was, I was forced myself to be a part of something that I knew I wasn't. So what that did was that allowed me to go to jail multiple times. That allowed me to go to juvie, one or two times. And so what that means is my time was ripped from me.
Right.
My time was stolen from me because of the decisions that I was making with my time.
Right.
By hanging around the wrong people, doing the wrong things, thinking that they were cool at that time because I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be the cool kid, and little did I know that was going to allow my time to be ripped away from me, being behind bars for weeks and days and whatever, trying to, get bail money to get out and just different stuff like that, man. And so that took a lot of time from me because of, the decisions that I was making with my time. So, yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. You saying you hang around the wrong crowd, whole group. Have you ever sat down and just say, I forgive you? Have you actually physically went to them and said, you know what? We were young, we were dumb. You know, we all made a lot of mistakes. But if I wasn't truly hanging around you guys, I would be here. But you know what? I forgive y'all. And he sat down there and said, I forgive you.
That's deep. To be transparent, I don't know if I have, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if I had with some of the dudes that I was rocking with at that time or in high school or a little after high school. I don't know if I ever took the time to actually reach out to them and, you know, and share that. That's deep, bro. That's heavy.
Because I ain't gonna lie, like, I've reached out to people, bro. I even said this on my one of my stories. I said, you know, it was hard, but I forgave people who wouldn't even forgive me. It's the hardest thing in the world.
Thing.
I sat in their face and say, you know what? This, but I forgive you. And they just look at me with a straight face, and they can't even say it back. But hey, our minds has been washed. Everything else is on them now.
Wow.
Like, it's so hard, bro. Like, people don't understand, like, when you wasn't in the wrong, like, you didn't do anything wrong, but you was associated with them, therefore you got in trouble with them, but you say you still forgave them. Like I'm saying, like, if you were to commit a crime together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You didn't do anything. You didn't even know what was gonna go on, but you was in the car, and both of y'all got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to forgive, like.
Yes.
Especially if you do some time for somebody, like you do 10 years or whatever, and then you still go back to that person and say, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you for putting me in that situation where I had to do 10 years. That's hard.
That's hard.
That's hard.
That's
10 years of your life stolen.
Yeah, that's a lot of time, G.
10 years of your life stolen.
Yeah.
Just because of a decision that you, like I was telling you, we was in the car. I don't hang around. It's very few people I even hang around.
Yeah.
Because in today's world, you don't know who looking for who. And it's typically like, say, for instance, if somebody were to do any type of, I ain't gonna even say that stuff, you know what that sound is, but say, for instance, and they was trying to aim at that person, it typically misses the person they're aiming for and goes to the innocent person. So I try not to put myself in that situation. I try not to put any of my family in that situation. If I know somebody looking for me, I'm not gonna hang around none of my family members.
Right.
I was like, I'm not gonna put somebody in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that just goes back to, like you were saying, you know, I had a relative who did time. I think it was for being around the wrong people, of course, and robbery and stuff like that. And he ended up doing maybe like, I believe 15, 16 years, man. Just got out not too long ago. I mean, thank God, you know, he didn't revert back to old ways and old habits. You know, he's making the right changes, you know, got a good job in school for PT and you know, start trying to build some businesses. Just had a baby girl who's going on too, and so I thank God for that he was able to manage his time better now compared to, you know, went through 15, 16 years ago. But yeah, man, we always hear that saying, you do the crime, you gotta do the time. So.
I look at it like this too, like sometimes, you know, you hang around the people and you get caught up in the crime, you get caught up and you have to do the time. It's because sometimes God really truly saves you. Like, he will put you in a position where you have to focus on him. So say for instance, me and you riding, I know I got a warrant, you know what I'm saying, and you holding something for me, and we both go to jail. They say, oh, you do 5 years, I do 5 years. But in the reality, you know, say somebody was looking for you and they was that probably saved your life, bro. Just putting you in that position to focus on God. Like,
that's good.
Like, I was talking to my uncle, and he was saying, God put him in this position because the path he was going on, he was getting far away from God, and he probably would have been dead.
Wow.
If God didn't put him and sit him down where his only focus was on God.
Was on him. That's good.
Right. So I truly believe stuff happened for you. The time you're living, you do go through things so you can really truly learn to who to focus on.
That's
your
good.
Attention, who to give your time to.
Yeah.
Like I said, I find time every single day to spend with God. I have to.
Yeah, we got to.
I said, like you see my Bible streak.
I still see it like
it's like, I don't even know, it's like over a year and a half, I have not missed a day.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about just reading the scripture of the day. I'm talking about like literally getting into it. And if I don't understand it, man, I'm researching.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing down my thoughts, how I feel, all those different things. I got a whole journal of everything, bro. It's just me and God. I can spend time in my closet. I can spend time wherever.
Yeah.
I can be in my car, bro. Like I can show you my phone. I got so many different notes, just thoughts, prayers that I just write down. Times that I feel like I can't even pray, and I just write it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can't say the words out, and then I'll just sit there and write it down. Like I can literally be I can be out somewhere, and something crossed my mind. I'm gonna write it down, so later I go back home, and if I need to pray it, I'm gonna pray about it. Cause I forget a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
me
too.
I forget a lot.
Me too, man.
So,
try to get better at writing stuff down. But.
Yeah. So the point of me saying that is, I spend a lot of time with God.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's definitely not wasted time, because that's literally adding value to your life.
Definitely not wasted time.
You know what I'm saying? That's adding value. Because spending, I truly believe too, the more you spend with God, like your time could be short on this earth, but just building a relationship with God, He can add time on your life.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
It's times like you probably could have dodged death a few times.
Yeah.
And then death was just sitting there knocking on your door one time, and you answered it, and literally you probably been on your deathbed. But when you shout out His name and you give Him the glory and all that stuff, you can just add time to your life.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, not today. You know what? They finally called out to me. Here go, X amount of years more. And the same thing, like all these doctors too. They're like, oh, he only got 6 months to live. But not the guy I serve said, hey, not to that. Nah, that 6 months ain't nothing.
Facts.
You can't put no ending on my time. You don't know the God I serve.
Exactly.
So
I agree with that. Now that goes back to a story too. I think I was studying. I think Pastor preached a while back when it comes to God extending our time. I believe it was.
Right.
I believe it was King Hezekiah, and he was going through a sickness. He was going through an illness, and so Elijah, God sent Elijah to him and told him, "Hey, God needs you to get your house in order, for you shall die and not live." And so to get that type of response, so when he heard that, the scripture says, I believe that Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and started praying, and giving God his heart, giving God his vulnerability. And because of that, Elijah came back to him again and said that God heard your prayers, He heard your heart. And because of that, God extended Hezekiah's life because of his obedience, because even though he was going through the worst situation of his life, didn't know if he was going to make it, didn't know, who had his back or whatever the case may be. God ended up, through Elijah, bringing that word to him, extending his life. And so, you're right, man. Yeah. God is the only one who has the final say when it comes to our time on this earth.
Right.
So,
I'm trying to see how I can word this. Okay, let me just do this. Instead of saying valuable, let's say more. Use the word important. Which is more important, time or money? Instead of valuable, we could say important. Which one is more important?
I think for me, bro, I'm still rocking with time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro, important, value, both of them. Yeah, I'm still rocking with time, G, because God can always put me in position to make more money, man. If I lose some or I lose a job, whatever, there's resources out here, there's opportunity out here. There's something me and Tamika talked about earlier. So it's like God can always put me in position, to make more money. The word already tells us that He gives us the activity of our limbs. It is in Him that we have our being. And so, as long as I got my life, health, and strength, like we talked about, you know what I'm saying? As long as I got, my heart, heartbeat is pumping, my blood is flowing, I can move around, I can do what I need to do. I can always, find a position to make money, and all that stuff. And so for me, whether you looking at importance or you looking at value, for me, it's always gonna be time, man. I'm always cherish time, like having those conversations, with my grandmother. I cherish that, man.
Yes, sir.
I cherish those phone conversations, man. Getting better and getting in the habit of calling her once or twice a week, make sure she's okay. My mother, my immediate family. Certain people on the job that I'll build relationships with. Checking on you, making sure you good, your family good, and so. Yeah, man, I'm always going to value time. I'm always going to look at it as being top priority. Because money, you can always make that.
Right. I agree with you. I believe time is more important than money because my time brings money.
Absolutely.
I hate that I have to spend 8 hours a day at my work, but I'm getting paid for that 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm worth, I believe. What I'm worth, it doesn't have a price tag on it. It don't have a price tag on it, but you know what I'm saying? It take care of, you know, my lifestyle.
Yeah, your means.
So, so
I agree.
My time brings money. But like I said, my time is more important. Like you say, spending time with my family, making sure they're good, making sure you, Tamika, everybody that I'm connected to, you know, just saying, hey, you good, man? Y'all need to get out the house. You know? Not so many people do that for me, but you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I make sure I spend my time. Even the people that don't even talk to me, bro, like the person who was talking about earlier, I still pray for him.
Yeah.
I know he don't even mention, he don't do nothing for me, but I still pray for him. You know what I'm saying? It's never been no ill will or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's cool if we sit down and have a, you know, talk boss to boss, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'll give him some of my time on that.
Yeah.
So you gotta pay me now. Nah, boy.
30 minutes, 200.
Real talk, but
I agree.
Yeah, man. So like I said, I value time, and time is more important because time is gonna bring me money. Like, and then on top of that, I can also give my time to advance the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? I can give. I don't want to waste my time, but I can give my time. You know what I'm saying? I can give my time feeding God's people. I can give my time studying. I can give my time to God. I can give my time to build relationships with people. I can give my time to network. I can give my time to do different things. You can give money too, but I think if you give me time and money, you have a greater impact.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, say for instance, like, oh, I give you 20,000. You know what I'm saying, to a thing, and say like I'm a well-known person, but if I would give somebody 20,000 and then I were to show up, it's gonna bring more viewers, and then more people will want, okay, shoot, I want to go and do it. I seen so-and-so over here. Like you get a celebrity, Jay-Z or something like that. I don't really like Jay-Z like that, but still, say for instance, he would say, okay, I give $1 million to this black-owned company. You know what I'm saying? And then he go to that black-owned event for that company, man. You gonna see all these other people gonna be like, oh shoot, let me get him some money, and then okay, Jay-Z showed up too. Let me come out. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna bring more attention, which generates more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like me, say for instance, if I'm going out feeding the people, you know, feeding the homeless or whatever, you know, I'm gonna give my time. I probably can't give much money, like $1 million or whatnot. I ain't got that.
Yeah.
But I can give what I have.
Yeah, it just goes back to earlier, you know, me and my church family, New Life of Christ Ministries, and our sister church, Christ Cathedral. We were on Lancaster, bro.
Yeah.
It's something that we do every year, man. We gave out tents, we gave out sleeping bags, we gave out gloves, we gave out toothpaste, different packages and stuff like that to, you know, most of those that are on Lancaster. So, like you said, man, is, you know, the value of giving your time, man, it goes a long way, man.
Right. And I guarantee everybody that y'all had gave those things, so they was thankful because you didn't have to do it. You spent your time doing it. You can easily get them, you know, $3-4, whatever. Yeah. But then that's gonna give them something to eat, and then, you know, 10 minutes later they can look for something else to eat. Now you get them blankets and everything. It's gonna keep them warm for a period of time.
You saying that?
You know what I'm saying? For a whole season, if they take care of it.
Take care of it, yeah.
It's just like you got to take care of your time. You really do. You got to take care of it. You got to be protective.
I like that.
Because if you're not protective of your time, you can allow anybody to come in there, and you not knowing that they're wasting their time. You really think they're adding value to it, but in reality, they're wasting it.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. You got to protect your time too. I think it was Pastor Mike that was talking about that too. What's he talking about? It's like
the video posted.
Yeah, he's talking about you have an alarm on your house. You have an alarm on your car. It's because you love it. And he was like, I can't
talk about guarding your focus.
Yeah, guarding your focus. In your focus, you have to have time to focus.
The focus. Yeah.
So you have to protect your time. You have to protect your focus. You have to protect. I hate that when they say this, protect your energy, but you need to protect your spirit. Energy and spirit. How I was raised in spirit. How this new age stuff, energy.
I heard that a lot. I ain't with that either.
But yeah, I'm all about protecting my spirit because it's been times I allowed people around and I felt uncomfortable just because they was in my area, bro. Like I felt uncomfortable. I was like, nah, I need to leave. Or I say for instance, I would go to a party or something like that. I just felt uncomfortable the whole time. It's like, nah, bro, it's just something don't feel right. Let me go home. Let me go home, man. Where you going? Oh shoot, I'm finna go home. Oh man, you ain't gonna smoke, man, nah, I don't do that. Oh, it's some women coming out. I don't care. I'm gonna go home. I don't feel right here. It's in this place, bro. And when I leave, man, I just feel relieved, bro. And then, like I say, I get in that car, and I just like, man, that time, man, I just wasted all that time. I could have been doing something else.
Right.
Sure, I could have been, even though a lot of people say you too old to do this, I could be at home, playing video games with my cousin or something. Just enjoying that moment with him. I could be doing that. Or I could be playing with my niece and nephew. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being at that party, knowing I was uncomfortable. I could be doing that, just spending time with people I love.
Facts. And I believe from that, time creates memories. I believe time creates memories. The fact that that you have the ability to have that quality time with your niece, your nephews, your family, man, it creates long-lasting memories, man. $1 is just $1. Like you said, you can give it to a homeless person, they spend it like that, they gonna want it right back. But the fact that we're able to give them value, give them sleeping bags, give them tents, something that can keep them longer than what that $1 can, it's different, man. And so even for me, given the time, people know that I had the gift of, being in the mom ministry, of course, we had Neon Flame, me, Bobby, and Brandon at that season, and me, doing a lot of solo events, and even now, here and there, me giving up my time to advance God's kingdom and bless these people, man, and knowing that I've gotten a lot of, feedback from a lot of these events, like, man, you bless me, or I see people out in the crowd as I'm ministering, just shedding tears, man, because of the song that I picked, my movement, my facial expression, whatever it is. They know that I'm taking my gift serious. They know that I'm putting in the time, to make sure I'm on point. I try to take care of my body. I try to stretch. I try not to eat too heavy when I go before God's people, so I'm not sluggish. I try to make sure that I'm valuing my time for the gift. So when I go out before God's people, it look like I'm taking pride in what I'm doing. Yeah, man, giving time even in that aspect. You'd be surprised, bro, of a lot of feedback that I've gotten from people and current events and stuff like that, and giving them the time and to advance kingdom in that sense. So yeah, man, I'm always gonna rock with time. Money can always be made.
And I know one of the questions one of the young persons asked while I was at the barbershop was, I take that back. Ahmad said this: if you gave a 90-year-old dude $1 million, but he was only guaranteed to live 6 months to a year, or if you gave added 25 more years to that 90-year-old life, which one would you think they'll take? I think they'll take the 25 years.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that $1 million, if I'm only guaranteed for 1 year, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. If I'm guaranteed to live 6 months and they gave me $1 million, it's like those people who are innocent of crimes that they say they've been committed, they spent 25 years of jail in their life, and they come out and they give them $5 million. Within those 25 years, they could have made more than $5 million.
Exactly. Yeah,
it's not worth it.
I agree.
It's not worth it. So I look at it like that too. It's like, you know what I'm saying? If I can only live for 6 more months and I have $1 million, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what can I do with it? I'm 90 years old. What can I do with $1 million besides give it away? I mean, I can't really spend it on nothing. If I buy a house, if I die, what if I don't have any family to give it to?
Thanks.
I can't drive. I'm 90 years old. I can't drive on the freeway. Why would I get a car? I mean, I can invest my money, you know what I'm saying? But who I'm going to pass it down to if I don't have any kids?
That's good.
So you gotta really look at the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, if the 90-year-old didn't have any kids, anything like that, then he gonna value the time.
He gonna value that time, yeah.
Even if he did have kids, I mean, if he had 25 more years to spend with his family, him or her to spend with their family, I think they'll take the hell over that $1 billion.
Yeah.
To me, I would like forget my family, man. Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, man, I'll take that 25 years.
Yeah, hands down.
Real talk. If I was guaranteed to live another 90 years old, and I was guaranteed another 25 years with my family, boy, I'd take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd take that in a heartbeat.
Because to me, on the other side of that, being 90 years old, only having 6 months to a year to live, to me, looking at this situation, it's like you're forced to spend this $1 million as fast as you can.
Right.
That's going to drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Trying to spend this amount of money, do this, do that, in the time that you have, I wouldn't. Nah, that wouldn't be my option.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can give me that 25 years.
Yeah, like I was telling Ahmad, I texted him when they was doing their show, when they was talking about this, and I said, millionaires and billionaires from the last few years, there's been actually a couple millionaires and billionaires that committed suicide. They have all the money in the world, but they still had problems. It brought actually more problems to them. You know what I'm saying? So they committed suicide. I guarantee they wish they could have just gave all that money away just for more time. More time to spend with the people they love. Because now all of a sudden you have millions and millions of dollars, billions and billions of dollars. Now you got a whole different obligations. You got to maintain a certain lifestyle. You got other people coming in asking you for money, but nobody's adding value to you. Like they're not. Hey, you need prayer, you need this. Yeah. Nobody's coming. Everybody's only asking you for something. And you feel like if you say no, then specifically family, if you say no, if they need it, then all of a sudden they start hating you or something. Excuse me. But all these billionaires and millionaires just committing suicide. Just think about it. That means money ain't nothing. It's still gonna bring you problems. It's still gonna bring you stress. It's still gonna make you depressed. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, your phone about to die. But in my opinion, it's what you do with your money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
Your money can save a life. Like you got people who out here hungry. You know what I'm saying? Get your money to them, save a life. You added. You didn't do it. You didn't add time, but you were blessed to be put in a position to extend something monetarily for somebody in order for them to get what they need to nourish their bodies and everything like that.
Yeah, you were a resource.
But yes, that's a fact right there, man. So like we both say, we value time more than money, and time is more important than money. So man, what I would like for y'all to do in the comments, man, like I said, put them in the comments, man. So tell us which one is more important and which one is more valuable in the comments. And we'll chop it up with you, you know what I'm saying? And also, like I said, if y'all can, the subscription box right here, just I guess you can click it, I don't know. But just go to our website, www.checkyourmirror.com, man, and go subscribe directly from our website. You can subscribe to our website, and you can also click on, I think, where it says episodes, and you'll see like YouTube, and then you can directly subscribe from the website. Y'all just go support us. We got some good merch there. Motivational corner.
Hey.
Yeah, man, some great things there. And y'all be on the lookout for our brother podcast, The Greatest Pain versus Greatest Purpose.
Yes, sir.
And To Be Continue to Be podcast.
Hey.
Look out for them. They're getting ready to launch their podcast episodes, man. There's some great stuff there. Glee and Polo Black and all them gonna have you laughing.
Yeah, Prince Henry.
They are funny.
Yeah.
They are funny.
Funny guys.
Man. So we got some great things in store, man. And we're gonna continue to improve this podcast. Y'all have any topics that y'all feel like we should cover, drop them down in the comment section,
yes,
or
sir.
send us a IG, DM or whatever, and we can chop it up with you guys. But for sure, we will go live and just chop it up with you guys sometime soon. Yeah, in the meantime, man, we ain't ended this way in a minute. If it's always someone else's fault, check your mirror.
Check your mirror.
That means your mirror is dirty. You know what I'm saying? So what they need to do?
Take a step back.
Yes, sir.
Reflect. Shine that mirror up real good.
Wax on, wax off.
To make sure that you can see you for you.
Yeah.
And check your mirror, man.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Y'all be blessed.
Peace.